WWE paid tribute to the late WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan last night on SmackDown. Cody Rhodes also leads tributes to the Hall of Famer, while also saying he wants to face the real John Cena at SummerSlam. Alberto El Patron has been exiled from AAA after losing a match last night for the promotion. Dominic Mysterio, a Grande Americano, and Dragon Lee will challenge for the AAA Mega Championship after Mysterio made a stunning appearance last night at a AAA show. Speaking of AAA, Los Garza have issued an open challenge for their AAA Tag Team Championships for next week's episode of SmackDown. A 6-team TLC match has been confirmed for WWE SummerSlam last night on SmackDown. Kiana James makes her return to WWE TV, announcing she's representing Women's United States Champion Julia. Jacob Fatu, he's confronted by the returning The Miz last night. Jelly Roll and Logan Paul get physical on SmackDown. WWE Late Night with Tony Hinchcliffe across SummerSlam weekend has been cancelled due to light ticket sales. Several matches and segments are confirmed for SmackDown next week. The cards for SummerSlam Saturday and SummerSlam Sunday have been revealed, and Jimmy Uso could be set for a brand switch following WWE SummerSlam. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's begin with tributes to the late WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan last night on SmackDown. WWE SmackDown opened with the WWE roster standing at the top of the stage as Triple H led a 10-bow salute for Hulk Hogan, who passed away on July 24th. After the 10-bow salute, a tribute package aired looking at the life and career of Hulk Hogan. The video package was narrated by Triple H, and though it did mention his Hollywood career and family, it did not mention his racist comments that got him removed from the WWE Hall of Fame in 2015 for 3 years. During the show, highlights from Hogan's career were played, including his first ever WWE title victory against the Iron Sheik in 1984 at Madison Square Garden, and his WrestleMania 3 match where he slammed Andre the Giant. Graphics listing Hogan's career accolades were also shown. In his promo addressing John Cena, Cody Rhodes also paid tribute to the Immortal One Hulk Hogan. Now, before we obviously talk about that, there is some updates when it comes to merchandise for the Hall of Fame. Of course, Hogan transcended the wrestling business and ushered in multiple landscape-changing moments, first in the 80s with the rise of Hulkamania, and then in the 90s with the formation of the New World Order alongside Scott Hall and Kevin Nash in WCW. WWE has released the Hulk Hogan Legacy Collection on WWEshop.com, with all net proceeds going to Hogan's family. The collection features new t-shirts in both red and yellow Hulkamania brand and the black and white NWO brand. Now, speaking of the tributes, as I mentioned, Cody Rhodes led tributes to Hulk Hogan last night. He is paid tribute to one of WWE's largest superstars and wants to fight the authentic version of another. Cody Rhodes came out to the ring on the July 25th episode of WWE SmackDown to address his upcoming match with John Cena at WWE SummerSlam for the undisputed WWE Championship. First, he paid tribute to Hulk Hogan, who passed away on Thursday, July 24th, 2025. Cody acknowledged the complicated feelings around Hogan's legacy, but called him one of the premier entertainers and professional wrestlers of all time. He then thanked Hogan. Then he turned his attention to John Cena. He said that at WWE SummerSlam, he wants to fight the real John Cena. He wants to see John come to the ring with a normal entrance before turning heel, and says that they can beat the respect out of each other in their street fight. Now, this will be a rematch, of course, from WrestleMania 41, where John Cena used the championship bout against Cody to win his 17th WWE World Championship. This time, anything goes. Cody said he won't pull any punches against the undisputed WWE Champion. Now, Alberto El Patron, a complicated history with WWE, of course, AAA, now owned by World Wrestling Entertainment's parent company, TKO. And Alberto El Patron has been exiled from AAA by El Macias on the July 25th, 2025 edition of a AAA Alanzia show. Now, AAA hosted a new set of tapings on July 25th, 2025, headlined by Alberto El Patron facing El Macias. Despite Patron's best and hardest efforts, El Ojo overpowered him, and he was defeated after being thrown powder in the face and being hit with a spear. Now, he has been exiled from AAA as part of the stipulation. After the match, Latin Lover got in the ring to console Patron following his exile. Latin and Patron hugged things out to end the broadcast. Now, since his full-time return to AAA, Patron had been affiliated with El Ojo before he was betrayed by the faction he led. In that run, he held the AAA Mega title for 287 days before being dethroned by El Hijo del Vikingo. Now, it is unknown if he'll make any more appearances before his exile or if he's fully done with the company. Of course, as I mentioned, El Patron has a complicated history with WWE, who have stated on numerous occasions they do not wish to work and have no plans to work with him in the future. Dominic Mysterio and other WWE superstars are going to be challenging for AAA's top title. 3 WWE superstars will challenge for the AAA Mega title at the upcoming AAA Triple Mania 33 event in August. Now, at AAA Alliances, AAA Mega Champion El Hijo del Vikingo issued an open challenge for his title. Dragon Lee first accepted it. However, he was quickly interrupted by El Grande Americano. Americano ended up brawling with the LWO member. Then the current WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio came from behind and attacked Dragon Lee and Vikingo. He then posed with the AAA Mega title and his WWE Intercontinental title, vowing to become the next AAA Mega Champion and the king of the Luchadors. A 4-way match was then scheduled for the championship, as Vikingo will defend his title against all 3 WWE superstars at this upcoming Triple Mania show on August 16th. Keeping with AAA, we're going to see AAA action on SmackDown next week. Los Garza are looking to prove themselves, issuing an open challenge for their AAA tag team titles on the August 1st episode of WWE SmackDown. The open challenge was issued in a social media exclusive following the July 25th episode of WWE SmackDown. Los Garza won the AAA tag team titles in a 4-way bout at AAA Triple Mania Regia 2025. They have defended them against the likes of Laredo Kid and Octagon Jr. at AAA on July 11th. So that match is now set for next week. Speaking of tag teams, a huge tag team match set for WWE SummerSlam. 6 teams will battle for the WWE Tag Team Championships in a tables, ladders, and chairs match at WWE SummerSlam. The Wyatt 6 will defend the titles against the Street Profits, DIY, Fraxium, Andrade and Rey Fenix, and the Motor City Machine Guns at the upcoming PLE. The match was announced on the July 25th episode of WWE SmackDown when all 6 teams brawled at the end of the show. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis stated they could settle things at SummerSlam in a TLC match. The brawl ensued after the Wyatt 6 versus Andrade and Phoenix for the WWE Tag Team titles ended in a disqualification. Kiana James, she's back on WWE TV and she's representing a champion. Kiana James with her official return to WWE television on the July 25th episode of WWE SmackDown, appearing as the new representative for WWE Women's United States Champion Julia. Julia was confronted by the former WWE Women's US Champion Zelina Vega, who wanted her rematch. James, speaking for Julia, said the match would take place on the August 1st episode of WWE SmackDown. James returned to the ring on WWE Main Event before the July 18th episode of SmackDown. She was later spotted in the background on last week's show. In April, James confirmed she suffered a leg injury and was in the middle of her rehab. She had been off WWE TV since June of 2024. It was a night of returns as The Miz returned to WWE television last night on SmackDown. The Miz made his return to WWE TV on the July 25th episode of SmackDown. Miz was initially shown at the top of the show as superstars gathered on the stage to pay tribute to Hulk Hogan. Later in the show, Miz was seen talking in the background with Solo Sikoa. Finally, the former WWE champion made his official return to WWE TV, confronting Jacob Fatu, who took him out on the May 30th episode of SmackDown. Miz slapped Fatu, setting up a match between the two. Miz has been filming American Gladiators, where he is the host of the show, and his golf show during his WWE absence. This was his first appearance on WWE TV since May 30th, when he interfered in a triple threat match between Carmelo Hayes, Fatu, and Andrade. Miz tried to help Hayes by going after Fatu, but his plan backfired as he was met with a super kick and a hip attack into the barricade. He last wrestled on the May 2nd episode of WWE SmackDown, losing to Aleister Black. Jelly Roll got physical last night ahead of his WWE in-ring debut at SummerSlam next weekend. Jelly Roll showed off his in-ring skills on the July 25th episode of SmackDown, hitting a black hole slam, also known as a boss man slam, on Logan Paul. after a tribute to Hulk Hogan. Logan Paul was the first man out on WWE SmackDown, mistaking "Thank you Hogan" for "Thank you Logan" chants from the Cleveland crowd. Jelly cut off Logan, running him down by saying Cleveland doesn't claim him despite it being his hometown, and how he's used his influence in the wrong ways, saying he's inspired arsehole kids to film themselves being arseholes. Jelly then called Logan a prime-peddling punk-ass bitch. Drew McIntyre entered the ring, but Jelly noted that he didn't come alone, singing voices to summon Randy Orton from the back. Things broke down in the ring, and Jelly got the upper hand with a boss man slam on Logan Paul. Of course, Orton and Jelly will team up to face Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre at WWE SummerSlam. The match will take place on night 1 of the 2-night event. We'll talk about that schedule in just a second. One thing that won't be happening during SummerSlam weekend, though, is WWE Late Night. The event has been cancelled. Now, this first broke with Ticketmaster listing WWE Late Night featuring Tony Hinchcliffe as cancelled. The event was scheduled for Saturday, August 2nd at the Bergen Performance Arts Center in Englewood, New Jersey. The following email was sent out saying, quote, "Your event has been cancelled. A refund is in progress." Unfortunately, the event organizer has had to cancel your event. The good news is that a refund will be processed automatically for you. Your refund will be processed to the original method of payment used at the time of purchase, once funds are received from the event organizer, which is usually completed within 30 days. Now, Cody Rhodes was announced as a special guest for the event. WWE had previously held the roast of WrestleMania, hosted by the aforementioned Tony Hinchcliffe during WrestleMania weekend. The event was a private affair, and recordings were removed after being posted online to much controversy. Now, as for the reasons why this event has been cancelled, well, according to PW Insider, the event indeed has been officially cancelled. One source at the venue reportedly told PW Insider that the event was cancelled by WWE and that the ticket sales for the event had been, quote, light, suggesting that it was due to low ticket sales. Several matches and segments have been confirmed for SmackDown next week. Of course, the SummerSlam go-home show of the Blue Brand. It was announced during the July 25th episode of SmackDown that Aleister Black and Damian Priest will step into the ring to try and settle their issues and have a match. For the past several weeks, Priest has tried to calm Black down in the middle of his issues with Ron Killings. Also announced for August 1st, Julia, now represented by Kiana James, will defend her WWE Women's United States Championship against former champion Zelina Vega. As this will be the final episode of SmackDown ahead of WWE SummerSlam, Jelly Roll has been previously announced for the show. He will team with Randy Orton against Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre at the event. John Cena will also be in Newark, New Jersey, just 48 hours before he defends the WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes in a street fight at WWE SummerSlam. Speaking of the biggest event of the summer, of course, it's the first ever 2-night WWE SummerSlam, and now we have the official lineups for both Saturday and Sunday. WWE has revealed the lineup for night 1 of SummerSlam. The event will take place on Saturday, August 2nd from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. You can see on the screen right there, the matches that will take place are the Women's Tag Team Championship match between the Judgment Day's Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez going up against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. The World Heavyweight Championship match with Gunther defending the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk. The aforementioned tag team match with Randy Orton and Jelly Roll facing Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, this match was confirmed earlier this week, will be teaming up to face the team of Bron Breakker and Big Bronson Reed. Tiffany Stratton will be defending her WWE Women's Championship against the Queen of the Ring winner Jade Cargill, and Sami Zayn will face Karrion Kross. Night 2 of SummerSlam, that being SummerSlam Sunday, has also been confirmed. Dominic Mysterio will defend his WWE Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles after being medically cleared. John Cena will defend the WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes in a street fight. Solo Sikoa will defend the WWE United States Championship against Jacob Fatu inside of a steel cage. Becky Lynch will defend the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Lyra Valkyria. The new Women's World Champion, Naomi, will defend against Io Sky and also Rhea Ripley. In addition, of course, there's going to be the TLC match, which is seemingly going to be taking place on night 1. And finally, Jimmy Uso could be set for a change of brands following WWE SummerSlam. According to WrestleVotes on WrestleVotes Radio, there have been discussions within WWE about moving Jimmy Uso to Raw after SummerSlam. This would see Uso be on the same brand as his wife, Women's World Champion Naomi, as well as his brother Jey Uso. Naomi had been on Friday Night SmackDown, but she cashed in her Money in the Bank contract at Evolution to win the Women's World title. WrestleVotes noted that Naomi is expected to be traveling with the Raw roster for the foreseeable future, which may suggest she could be in line for a long reign as the Women's World Champion. Jimmy Uso had been involved involved in the program with real-life brother Solo Sikoa in recent months, but those issues came to an end at the July 12th edition of Saturday Night's Main Event when Sikoa successfully defended the United States Championship against Big Jim. But there you go, guys. The latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe. As you can see right there in the sidebar, we're going to have live watch-alongs for both nights of WWE SummerSlam next weekend, as well as live post-shows, so be sure to join us then. In addition, you can become a member of the WN365 roster. Links in the video description below. You can click the join button or scan the QR code when it appears on the sidebar. And, of course, make sure you join the WNU, that being the Wrestling News Universe. You can see right there, we are less than 100 subscribers to go until 23,500 on that long road to 25k. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate everyone for tuning in as always, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.